Live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prampram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prampram Senior High School and Ghanaman Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
This is Starr Radio UK.
The best radio show.
Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
All around the world. In your car.
At work.
At home.
On your smartphone.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Are you ready to turn it up? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you find that life is still worthwhile. If you just yes, smile. Hey, this is Archie, and you are listening to Star Radio UK and the Morning Show. And the morning show.
This is Starr Radio. This is UK. Starr Radio UK. This is Starr Radio UK.
Welcome.
Broadcasting worldwide online 24/7.
Enlighten your day with Starr Radio. Starr Radio. Radio for the people, by the people.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you wherever you might be on planet Earth, and those of you on other planets as well. We want to salute you and welcome you to the Star Radio UK Friday edition of the morning show. Today is the 13th day of February, the year 2026, with the time now exactly at 13 minutes past the top of the hour. Have a sniff view of this. Well, this is the latest program that is going to be taking place on Star Radio UK. We'll be telling you when exactly it's going to kick off, but we're going to be bringing you the Make You Lounge with May Queen. Yes, on Star Radio UK every Sunday from 7 p.m. So it's coming soon. Look out for it. But let me say massive good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you wherever you might be on planet Earth, and those of you on other planets as well. Want to salute each and every one of you and welcome you to the Star Radio UK Friday edition of the morning show. My special greetings also goes to no other one but the one and only the CEO of GIL Accountancy Services, our money man, Mr. Dan Tabiri. Mr. Tabiri, good morning to you. Good morning to my able producer, Mr. Francis Guy. Very good morning to you all, gentlemen. A special good morning also goes to May Queen, the latest addition to the family there as well, who's going to be bringing you the May Q Lounge. Yeah, okay, yeah. Good morning to Felix all the way in Aberdeen. You had a bit of sunshine yesterday, right? After 21 days of no sun. Massive good morning to you. But I know that when you listen to Star Radio UK, you feel the sun, you feel the heat. So what about that? Massive good morning to you, Atakofi, all the way in Ghana, in Ashama specifically, and to the chief of Ashama, Yenana Joe. Good morning to you. Delta Hammond, Kumar say good morning. Ma'am, Mrs. Biden Hammond, massive good morning to you all there. Eben, all the way in Cape Town, South Africa. Antonio in Cape Town, South Africa. Good morning. Tosino in Moscow. Good morning to you. Mr. Laimi Koiki, Mr. Frank David, KB Bossman, and HRH Linda Pallian. We salute each and every one of you. But a special happy birthday to the birthday girl herself. I call the HRH now, Vicky Newton, Councillor Vicky Newton, who is celebrating her birthday today. Vicky, happy birthday to you, and may the Lord continue to bless you indeed. All right then. Now, if you happen to be spending or celebrating a special day today, I salute each and every one of you there as well. To Yummy, good morning to you. Bishop Adeshina, Anthony Adedeji Shamsuddin, good morning. To Reverend Emmanuel Seth Chidi, good morning, man of God. And to all the clergy on this platform, I salute each and every one of you. Once again, welcome to the Star Radio UK Friday edition of the morning show. And this is how the program is going to go. I'm going to bring you the quote for the day, the weather forecast will follow suit, then the travel update. We'll move on from there to have a look at some of the stories making the rounds across the globe. That is known as global trotting. Then after which we continue, and then we'll be bringing you details of all the stories making the rounds. At a 11:45, the line will be activated, and then we'll continue from then. Exactly at 12:30, we should have our money man, Mr. Dan Tabiri. If time permits, we'll have him on the show this morning as well. Mr. Tabiri, massive good morning to you once again. He's the CEO of GIL Accountancy Services. For all your accountancy services, whether corporate, personal, name it. Yeah? You want to write a business plan and all those bits to maybe go and get yourself a loan to be able to run your business or whatever advisory bit that you need. They are able to provide that for you. So make sure your dials are logged on Starr Radio UK and you are able to get or catch into that. Well. So Starr Radio UK, 17 minutes past the top of the hour, the time, the morning show, the program, Archie, your man. Let's continue. All right then. So when Mr. Dan Tabiri joins us at exactly 12:30, we'll be bringing you what we're going to be discussing during the course of the program. It's going to be live with us. Then he's going to be telling you the details of whatever we're going to be looking at this morning, if time permits him. And then we'll be bringing that to you at exactly 1 o'clock. The curtains will be brought down for the end of the program. So in the gist, that's what's going to happen. But wherever you are, once again, this is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let's kick off. Yes. The quote for the day says something. Today, the 13th day of February. And what does it say? Even if you are born into an environment that is considered a failure, you can still get out of it. Even if you are born into an environment that is considered a failure, you can still get out of it. Well, follow me next time when I come on the show and I'll be telling you what you can do there. Or maybe you want to share with us what you think is going on there. Feel free to do so. This is Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let's move on. All right then. Now, when it comes to the weather front, let me tell you what is happening this morning and over the weekend here in London, especially the southern eastern part of England as well. Well, this afternoon will start with some bright spells, but it will soon turn cloudier with scattered showers around. It's going to be becoming breezy. Now, tonight will be mainly cloudy with an odd shower, though cloud will gradually break up in the second half of the night, revealing clear spells. A cold night expected. Top temperature is going to be 8 degrees and the lower is going to be 2 degrees. UV level low, pollution low as well. Sunset 17:11 and sunrise for tomorrow morning 07:19 hours. But when it comes to the weekend weather, what have I got for you? Tomorrow is going to be a dry and bright day with plenty of wintry sunshine, though some patches of the cloud are possible in the early morning. It will turn overcast in the evening on Sunday morning, and overnight rain, any overnight rain, sleet and snow will soon clear. In the afternoon, scattered showers will push in from the west, many heavy. Okay, temperatures for Saturday 7 tops, the lowest 3 degrees. Sunday 11 tops and the lowest 6 degrees. And that brings us to the end of the weather forecast for you. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. We have to go now. Global trotting. And what have I got for you? Well, those of you using the underground, the district line is experiencing past suspension between Tottenham Green and Ealing Broadway. Also, the Piccadilly line, minor delays on the entire line and past suspension between Acton Town and Uxbridge. That aside, all the other underground lines are running a good service. The London Overground, the Elizabeth line, severe delays between Reading and Paddington, Heathrow Terminals 5 to Paddington, and Heathrow Terminal 4 to Paddington as well. On the DLR, good service there. But the London tram link still have part closures between East Croydon and Beckenham Junction, East Croydon and Elmes and East Croydon and New Addington. Ladies and gentlemen, Star Radio UK. Now, moving on to the major roads in London, for you to know exactly what is happening, I can tell you on the major roads in London, there are no exceptional delays. On the riverbar this morning, there is a reduced service for the Woolwich Ferry. That aside, all the others are running a good service. The London Cable Car is also running a good service. They're bringing us to the final segment of the travel update, and that is the National Rail. And what have I got for you? Well, C2C, Great Northern, Great Western Railway, Heathrow Express, Northern Rail, Southwestern Railway, Transport for Wales are all offering special services. On that note, let me say it once again as I normally would. Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you wherever you might be on planet Earth. Enjoy your commute for today. But you know what? Continue to keep those eyes where? On the roads. Let's take a commercial break. Once we come back, we will continue with you. Stay tuned and don't touch the dial.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prampram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prampram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Yo, what's up, people? This is a boy Raskin Bobo One. Tune in every day, every night at the Star Radio UK with the big man them Archie. When I say Orta, you say fire.
Welcome back to the program. This is Star Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, bringing the time now to 11:24, and it is the Friday edition of the morning show. Now let's go global trotting. Let's tell you what is happening from across the globe. And what have I got news for you? Yes, of course. All right then. From the UK, from Palestine action ban ruled unlawful, but group remains proscribed for now. 3 judges ruled against the Home Office in a massive blow to the government, but says the ban must remain until further hearing. And then new snow and ice warnings issued as Arctic air hits UK. And then BBC confront romance scammer who was back on dating app days after jail release. It's gone into him. My husband stole 600,000 pounds for sex and antiques. Drug side effect tearing families apart. Wow. Okay, and in other stories as well, Sir Chris Wormald falls out as head of civil service. By who? Is it by government? Well, we heard that he resigned, but well, it seems to be saying he's okay. In the U.S., Trump has revoked landmark ruling that greenhouse gases endanger public health. The White House calls it the largest deregulation in U.S. history, but environmentalists says it will prove costly for Americans. Somebody say, let's see what it does. Well, Trump takes victory lap after biggest climate rollback. He really wanted that, and now he's done that as well. Now, costs from Trump's tariffs paid mainly by U.S. firms and consumers. New York Fed is saying, okay, we'll tell you more about that. And DHS shutdown looms, that's the Department for Home Security, shutdown looms as funding bill fails over immigration demands. Ladies and gentlemen, this is all coming away from Starr Radio UK. Everyone knows somebody affected. Small Canadian town united in grief after mass shooting the day before yesterday or thereabout. Now, in the Latin American area, two U.S. Navy ships collide near South America. All right. In Europe as well, Rubio warns Europe of new era in geopolitics before big Munich speech. The U.S. Secretary of State will address the first major transatlantic meeting since Donald Trump threatened to annex Greenland, and is warning Europe of new era in geopolitics. We have got the East, we got the West. Where do you belong to? Now, Norway's former Prime Minister charged with gross corruption over Epstein links. Epstein beyond the grave. It's causing lots of mayhem. Now, motorway collapses as deadly storms hit France, Portugal, and Spain. The pictures before me, it's not one that you wish anywhere near you. Now, Iran fortifies underground complex near nuclear sites. Satellite images show the activity comes at a time of heightened tensions as talks between Iranian and U.S. officials continue over Iran's nuclear program. But what will we see, and how would it all come out at the end of the day? Well, in the Bangladeshi election, Bangladesh Nationalist Party wins landslide majority in first election since Gen Z uprising. Okay. Susan Ley and the Glass Cliff, does Australian politics still have problem with women? This is a man's world. Is that what is happening there? Well, I'm not very sure about that. But hey, moving on to some other stories. A seat at the table or on the menu, Africa grapples with a new world order. And South Africa to deploy troops to tackle crime gangs. President Cyril Ramaphosa says the army will work with the police to fight organized crime and illegal mining. It's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. And the Kenyan border with Somalia is set to reopen after almost 15 years. And Ghana's Thomas Partey facing 2 additional rape charges in the UK. Well. Starr Radio UK. Let's move on to other parts of Africa as well. Benin's Venice still compete with dating apps. In Benin, the lakeside village of Ganvier is seeing a quiet shift. It's once discreet meeting spots are fading as young couples swap secret nights. Well, they go on the boat, and I remember back in the day traveling along that bit, and I could see houses on water, and I'm like, okay, that's a nice one there. But whatever it is all coming away from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. South Africa political parties likely welcome troop deployment. Well, if that will help, why not? Well. So moving on, in my other country, that is Niger. I've got lots of countries. First of all, Great Britain. Then I've got other countries that I belong to and other suburbs. Now, police officers withdrawn from VIPs deployed in insecurity-prone communities. Well, I hope they have the necessary accoutrements to be able to withstand what is going on in those areas. And Ukraine has identified 2 Nigerians killed fighting for Russia. Fayose lied on my meeting with Makinde in Mina. Atiko is also saying appeal court reserved judgment in PDP convention dispute. Arifai condemns illegal attempt to arrest him at Abuja airport. It is said yesterday, the day before yesterday, that they could do that to him. So it's not a matter of where, but when. And now he said there was an attempt. So we'll be telling you more about that. Well, because it keeps on chastising or castigating or, yes, government. Ghana's gold output hits record 6 million ounces in 2025. Industry group is saying, but what did the country get out of that? That's a question on the lips of most people. 1 dead, 15 injured in road traffic accident on Peki Esikuma Highway. Oh God. Moving on to some other stories making the rounds there as well. Well, social media uproar as alleged Russian trend for luring Ghanaian women into filmed encounters. Well, when people are desperate, somebody comes and says anything, people just take it as gospel and begin to run and jump at it. But what do you think about all that? This is a lot more going to be coming your way from Starr Radio UK. This is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Ghana's Fugu in high demand as ECOWAS foreign ministers request for upcoming summit. That's what our Black is saying. Now, for soon, Kansas lawyer cautions politicians to be mindful of public statement following arrests of clients. That is a wise thing, because you don't know why the guy has been arrested, and you don't go on and on and on and on. But Ghana to expand visa-free travel while strengthening passport security. That's what Ablakwa, the foreign minister, Minister for Foreign Affairs, has said. And President Muhammad departs for Addis Ababa for the 39th AU Summit. This is a lot more going to be coming your way today. Wherever you are, don't even think of touching the dial. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let's take a break, and once we come back, we'll continue with the show. Starr Radio UK.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Hey, Charlie. You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy. You stressed out. Tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy. JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancehall taking over. Yo, what's up, people? This is a boy Raskin Bobo 1, tune in every day, every night at the Star Radio UK with the big man them Archie. When I say Otta, you say fire.
Let me take the opportunity to say good morning to my baby sister Delta. I hope you are doing very, very well, sis. And say hello to mom for me as well. Okay, now let's go into the details of the stories that we've looked at this morning. And what have I got for you? In the UK front, well, High Court has ruled that the ban of Palestine action under terrorism legislation is unlawful, but it remains in place for now. In a massive blow to the Home Office, the 3 senior judges said that while Palestine action used criminality to promote its aims, its activities had not crossed the very high bar to make it a terrorist organization. The judges, however, ruled the ban must remain until another hearing on the 20th of February, that is in a week's time, on what happens next. The government says it will appeal the decision, with Home Secretary Shabana Mahmood saying she's disappointed. Now, Palestine Action's co-founder Huda Amori called the ruling a monumental victory for both our fundamental freedoms in Britain and in the struggle for freedom for the Palestine people. But the issue is, what about you remember they went to one of the air bases, the military bases, and they went to spray one of a couple of them went there to spray whatever paints into the engines of some of the big planes there, the Air Force, Royal Air Force planes there. And they were talking about the magnitude of damage that has caused, or what amount of money that's going to take for it to be brought back to airworthiness. And so now that action that they took, does that mean or show that they cross the borders of or into where they have to be categorized as a terrorist group? But well, the judges who I can't call them my learned fellow because I'm not one of them, but the learned ones, they are saying, those who know the laws and can break it down are saying that they think that they've not crossed that very high bar yet. So they think now they said the proscription should say, but banning them from protests and all those bids, that they think is unlawful. But it still remains until next week, Friday, when there will be another hearing about what next. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio. Okay, what do you think about that? What do you think about that? We talk about freedom of speech and all those bits that comes with it. But hey, you don't get it, you know? You don't get that. But hey, let's move on. In another story, well, tomorrow happens to be Valentine's Day. I forgot. The 14th of February, Valentine's Day. So all the February ones, we are loved ones, Yeah, man. All right. Really? Okay. Now, within days of being released from his seventh prison term for romance fraud, Raymond McDonald was back on a dating app looking for his next victim. Over more than 20 years, he had racked up 58 convictions, mostly for fraud and theft, while telling lies on an industrial scale and taking thousands of pounds from women for holidays and weddings, which were never going to happen. This time, when he went looking, there was a journalist from the BBC waiting for him. Now, he thought he was having a date with Kay, but he found himself being approached by the BBC reporter and a camera crew. He had met Kay online and calling himself Rob, told her he was a deep sea diver looking for a wife. Oh boy. Okay. Money Man, like I said, Okay, he will not be able to join us this afternoon. So once we are done with the news, we'll try to see whether we'll bring you last week's program. I will try to see whether we can bring that your way. So you got to stay tuned and continue to listen to us, because we'll try to line that up for you. A repeat of last week's, that will be good for you. Let's take a quick break and come back. We'll look at this dating fraud or whatever they call it, scamming bit that goes on. And as I was saying, because romance scam, because of the Valentine bit, I bet people who feel lonely will be looking out for somebody to show them love. But hey, you have to open your eyes widely to see what is happening. But wherever you are, Starr Radio UK.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prampram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prampram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Archie on Starr Radio. Nobody does it better.
Okay, yes, coming soon, the May Kill Lounge with May Queen on Starr Radio UK every Sunday from 7 p.m. A vibrant welcoming platform connecting businesses, promoting businesses, connecting faith, music, creativity, well-being, and more. You want to know more? You got to stay tuned, because that program is going to be coming your way pretty soon. All right then. Okay, let's move on. As I did announce earlier on, our money man is not going to be live with us. Yes, he's sorting a few things here and there, but for all your accounting issues, yes, contact GIL Accountancy Services. If you are watching us live or listening to us live, you can see the contact details streaming underneath the broadcast this morning. All right then. Now let's move on. Well, I was talking about romance scam or scammers who continue to do whatever things that they are doing. But well, that's why you have to be careful. I don't know. What do you think about online dating? How do you see it? There are people who have met online. I've known people who have met online, have given birth, and they are living gotten married, and they are living very lovely lives. So, but some of us are old school when it comes to things like that, you know. Face to face is better than silver and gold, Abby. Well, even that, when you have met a person face to face, you say, oh yeah, I was walking at the bus stop and I met somebody, I was going on the tube or on the ground, and I met somebody in the person, and then wow, we fell in love, and you don't know, you're not sure. But I know even that one as well, when you don't know the person from any particular sect. Let me say, when I say sect, I mean maybe in the church community, or maybe maybe in your locality or something. But just met a person once, and then the person say, "Hello, you're cool, man. Yo." I don't know. You know, the old school. We've lost all the raps, Abby. Okay, so with that bit, you look at that, and then you ask yourself the question: others have worked, most haven't, but we look at the romance scam that is going on, then man, I think it's about time that people wake up, because people tell lies. At least if you are a community that this person belongs to, you are able to, before you come get closer to the person, to have known the person a bit before you get in there, right? Okay, so it's very important. It's very important. You need to know the person in your community and then know something about the person. They are genuine ones, yes, but I'm saying in majority of times we find people who get up and are scammed by individuals like that. But hey, it is all coming away from Starr Radio UK. One more story from the UK front, and then we'll move on from there. And this time round, Sir Chris Wilmot has been forced out of the head of as the head of the civil service and cabinet secretary. Prime Minister Keir Starmer, who only appointed Sir Chris to the role in December 2024, said he was grateful for the support he has given me over the past year. The cabinet office said the move was by mutual agreement, but it follows months of negative media reports suggesting Downing Street was unhappy with his performance. His responsibilities will be shared by Catherine Little, Permanent Secretary at the Cabinet Office, Dame Antonia Romeo, Permanent Secretary at the Home Office, and James Bowler, Permanent Secretary at the Treasury, until a replacement is appointed shortly. It makes Sir Chris the shortest serving cabinet secretary in the history of the post. At the time of his appointment, the Prime Minister said Sir Chris will be tasked with a complete rewiring of the British state to deliver bold and ambitious long-term reforms. However, as a career civil servant, some question whether he was the best person to reform the civil service. Now, Sir Chris also had ultimate responsibility for the due diligence checks carried out before Lord Mandelson's appointment as U.S. ambassador, although he took up the role only a few days before the appointment was formally announced. Well, ladies and gentlemen, quite an interesting one. People following in their thoughts left, right, center. Now, so didn't he do diligence, and because of that he has to be ousted, or what? Well, ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK. Environmentalist, yay! Well, U.S. President Donald Trump has reversed a key Obama-era scientific ruling that underpins all federal actions on curbing planet-warming gases. Now, the so-called 2009 endangerment finding concluded that a range of greenhouse gases were a threat to public health. It becomes the legal bedrock of federal efforts to rein in emissions, especially in vehicles. The White House called the reversal the largest deregulation in America, in American history, saying it will make cars cheaper, bringing down costs of automakers by $2,400 per vehicle. Environmental groups say the move is by the far most significant rollback on climate change yet attempted, and are set to challenge it in the courts. Speaking in the Oval Office on Thursday, Trump said 2009 ruling was a disastrous Obama-era policy that severely damaged the American auto industry and massively drove up prices for American consumers. This radical rule became the legal foundation for the Green New scam, one of the greatest scams in history, added the Republican president about the Democrats' climate agenda. Now, former President Barack Obama, who infrequently comments on the policies of sitting presidents, said that repealing the finding will make Americans more vulnerable. Without it, it will be less safe, less healthy, and less able to fight climate change. Also, the fossil fuel industry can make even more money, he wrote on X. Well, the Environmental Protection Agency first took a stance on the impact of greenhouse gases in 2009 in the first year of Obama's first term. The agency decided that 6 key planet-warming greenhouse gases, including carbon dioxide and methane, were a danger to human health. Now, with a divided Congress unable to agree on legislation to tackle rising global temperatures, the EPA finding became central to federal effort to rein in emissions in the years that followed. The endangerment findings has really served as the linchpin of U.S. regulation of greenhouse gases, said Megan Greenfield, a former EPA and Department of Justice attorney. So that includes motor vehicles, but it also includes power plants, the oil and gas sector, methane from landfills, even aircraft. So it really runs the gamut. All of the standards for each of the sectors is premised on this one thing. Trump's administration officials are stressing that overturning the regulation will save more than $1 trillion and will help cut the price of energy and transport. Reversing the finding will reduce automobile manufacturing costs by up to $2,400 per vehicle, the White House has claimed. This regulation have been an economic strain, said Diana Fat God Roth, who served in the U.S. Department of Transportation during the first Trump term. The burden on the economy results in higher prices, and manufacturing has left it gone to China, where it's made a dirtier way. So it says that we're reducing global emission by ending energy-intensive manufacturing in some countries, then having it to go to China and India, where it is made in a dirtier way. Does not reduce global emission. I don't know what the environmental secretary here in the UK will be saying. I don't know what he's going to be saying, because I mean, when Trump was being sworn in, when he came in, the first thing that he said, drill, baby, drill. So virtually crude oil. So they're going to be drilling more of that and making sure that the prices of fuel goes down. So we have more, then demand that not exceed supply, and therefore prices automatically comes down. Okay, so that's what they are doing. We know they've gone to Venezuela and all those other places. They are all looking for such things to be used. But again, he's been one who doesn't believe in this greenhouse impact on the weather and all this weather phenomena and all those things. Is it that, well, you know, the other time I was discussing something which I did mention, and I said back in the day we had that was during the biblical times. Okay, we had drought. You remember when Abraham had to travel to Egypt because there was so much drought and there was no food, and Isaac's time there was same there as well. There was so much drought and all those bits. And then we talk about Noah's time, we talk about floods. Yeah, somebody say, well, that was a flood that came from God. God wanted to destroy humanity and all those bits. So all those bits have been happening. What about Ethiopia and all those bits? They've been having famine since time immemorial. And lots of things have been happening in the past when they didn't have fossil fuel. They weren't using fossil fuel. So that is where people look at it and think, well, what are you people talking about? Well, and decide, now look, let's live our lives. So what do you think? Do we have to go on paying all these high tariffs for fuel, and you are using that car because it's not greenhouse or whatever, and therefore you have to pay more and additional things that you have to be doing and stuff like that? But hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's quite an interesting time that we live in. The big pollutants are saying we're not going to be doing anything about it. I know China was saying they were trying to curb it, and the UK, I know what we're trying to do, but we don't contribute bigger percentage to that. But you have the London mayor say they can coming in, squeezing our necks and saying that, well, you less. Now go and see. And the fact that, you see, the issue is the fact that the UK deciding to toe the line. doesn't make it that our environment in the UK becomes better. No. So until we all agree that this is what we are doing, boy, whatever anybody is sacrificing elsewhere, I don't think that goes far enough. Because what is going to happen, the others will be enjoying, whilst you are sweating. You are sweating and they are enjoying from your sweat. So let us all just back down. Once we all decide that, okay, we all want to leave, then we can all get on track. But if we decide it's not going to be working, and it's maybe some people who are just trying to come up with some policies to talk about all those things, then, hey, ladies and gentlemen, Star Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Well, even those religious people will talk about the fact that the earth will come to a place where everything will end and there's going to be everything will be gone away and stuff like that. So maybe we live inside. Let's live our lives. When that time comes, we know that it's come, right? Well. Ladies and gentlemen, Star Radio UK. What do you think about the move by Trump? It says it's the biggest, greatest revoking of a greenhouse law that was put in place during Obama's first term. But well, let's move on. Okay. Now, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio has spoken of a defining moment and a new era as he travels to Europe for a major speech to the Munich Security Conference. Now, Rubio will lead the U.S. delegation at the first major global event since President Donald Trump threatened Danish sovereignty with a pledge to annex Greenland. Now, French President Emmanuel Macron has insisted Europe must prepare for independence from the U.S., while NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte has also said, just bear with me.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission-free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Welcome back to the program Star Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let me announce the line open. The program will be brought to a close at 12:30. I will not be having our money man joining us today, and another information coming through, and therefore I need to finish the program at that time.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Well, if you want to join in the conversation, feel free, call us via Teams, and it's Star Radio UK. Teams via Star Radio UK. Okay? So call us.
Call the studio now.
All right then, let's move on to some other stories making the rounds this morning. Well, The world is changing very fast right in front of us, Rubio told reporters when asked if his message to Europeans will be more conciliatory than a year ago. We live in a new era in geopolitics, and that is going to require all of us to sort of re-examine what that looks like and what our role is going to be. At last year's conference, U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance attacked Europe, including UK, for policies in free speech and immigration. His speech triggered a year of unprecedented transatlantic tension. Now, some 50 world leaders are set to attend this year's event, where European defense and the future of transatlantic relationships will be discussed at a time when U.S. commitments to NATO has been called into question. But like Emmanuel Macron was saying, that it is time for Europe to stand on its own 2 feet instead of relying always on the US. Do you think we've got into that place? The war in Ukraine, tensions with China, and potential nuclear deal with between Iran and US are also on the agenda as the security conference gets underway. But are we going to see anything different from what is happening? The Danish Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen told reporters on Friday she planned to meet with Rubio to discuss the U.S. threat to seize Denmark's semi-autonomous territory from its NATO ally. The U.S. threats have been viewed by many European leaders as a watershed moment that has eroded trust with its biggest ally. Now, ahead of conference, 8 former U.S. ambassadors to NATO and 8 former American supreme commanders in Europe issued an open letter calling for Washington to maintain its support for the Western Defensive Alliance. Far from being a charity, they said NATO was a force multiplier that allowed the U.S. to assert its power and influence in ways and would be impossible or prohibitively expensive to achieve it on its own. Come on, drift. So, in unity, there's always strength. But so we live in a different geopolitical times, and therefore we have to do things differently. Well, what do you think he's thinking of doing? You want to know more? You got to stay tuned. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Well, in Bangladesh as well, the Bangladeshi Nationalist Party has won a majority of more than 2/3 of seats in parliament in a landmark election. The BNP leader Tariq Rahman, who spent 17 years in self-imposed exile in London, as now. So voters also endorsed sweeping constitutional reforms in the referendum held alongside the general elections. Now, these are the first polls since student-led protests in 2024 ousted Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, who denies ordering a crackdown, which ended up killing up to 1,400 people. Now, Hasina Awami League was banned from contesting the election, in which Jamaat, the Islamist party, came second. Now, India, which has seen relations with Bangladesh plummet after Hasina's fled there, will be watching these elections anxiously. But Bangladesh is a small country, right? They cannot stand or withstand the might of India, can they? Well. Because in the politics in the world, the geopolitics that we are looking at now, if you will power, and you will wealth, then you are cool to go. Now, one other story making the round. Japanese authorities say they have seized a Chinese fishing vessel that tried to flee when ordered to stop for an inspection in a move that may further fuel tensions with Beijing. The boat was in Japan's exclusive economic zone of Nagasaki Prefecture in the southwest when it was intercepted, and its captain arrested on Thursday, according to the country's fisheries agency. The vessel's captain was ordered to stop for an inspection by a fisheries inspector, but the vessel failed to comply and fled. The fisheries agency said the seizure is the first time since 2022 that the agency has seized a Chinese fishing boat. China has yet to react to Japan's statement. There were 11 people aboard, including the captain, who is a 47-year-old Chinese national, the fisheries agency said. Authorities and Japanese media have described the seized vessel as a tiger net fishing boat with high capacity. Now, we will continue to take resolute action in our environment activities to prevent and deter illegal fishing operations by foreign vessels, Japan's Chief Cabinet Secretary Minoru Kihara said on Friday. Ladies and gentlemen, Star Radio UK. We'll take a quick break and we'll be with you. Stay tuned and don't touch the.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission-free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for star, R for radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medase.
Welcome back to the program. This is Star Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, Medase. Thank you very much. That's what it means. In a Ghanaian Palansi. All right then. So we get into the tail end of the program this morning. But do you think this skirmishes between the Japanese authorities and the Chinese fishing vessel is going to bubble up into something great? Because we know China wields so much power now, and I don't think the Japanese will be. Well, I don't know. It's quite interesting because economically they are stronger. And you look at a few things. I don't think the Japanese can stand the might of the Chinese. Do you think so? Well. And well, let's see what happens on that front. Ladies and gentlemen, Star Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Before we go to Africa as well, Iran has been fortifying an underground complex near one of its nuclear facilities, according to analysis of new satellite images. Now, this activity comes at a time of a heightened tension as talks between Iranian and U.S. officials continue, with President Donald Trump threatening fresh military action against Iran if it does not agree a new deal on its nuclear program. My apologies. There's some fly in the studio. Okay, I think Perry's got it now. All right, thank you. Now, the photos first analyzed by the Institute for Science and International Security, a US-based think tank, showed tunnel entrance being strengthened at Mount Kolang Gazla, also known as Pickaxe Mountain. Now, experts say this facility will be designed to protect Iran's uranium enrichment activities or key equipment, but its exact purpose and whether it is operational remains unclear. Now, Iran insists its nuclear program is entirely peaceful and denies it is seeking to develop nuclear weapons. But we all know that this day and age that we live in, if you don't have proper nukes, if you don't have your nuclear weapon ready and you are not armed properly, you are threatened every time. But look at China, look at North Korea, look at the US as well. The other countries have got few of them. They decide to do whatever. But if you look at the ones who have got lots of it, who have the capability of launching and doing all those bits, then I think if you say they should stop it, do you think you give them enough surety for them to do so, or the threat of military strikes will cause them to buckle down or back off it? But what do you think about that? It's all coming away from Star Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Well. Now, South Africa's President Cyril Ramaphosa said he will deploy the army to help the police fight criminal gangs and illegal mining in the country. Now, gang violence is a major problem in South Africa, which has one of the world's highest murder rates. Now, organized crime is now the most immediate threat to our democracy, our society, and economic development, Ramaphosa said in his annual State of the Nation's address on Thursday. Now, I will be deploying the South African National Defense Force to support the police, he added. Last month, Police Minister Feroz Kachalia said the country's police were not yet able to defeat the deadly criminal gangs, in a stark admission that underscored the scale of the country's crime crisis. In his address to Parliament, Ramaphosa said he had directed the chiefs of the police and army to draw up a plan on where our security forces should be deployed within the next few days. So hopefully that will help the insecurity issue that is going on, gang culture and all those bits that is going on there. But ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Now, still on the African front. Okay, let's move on straight to Nigeria, as I said. All right then. Mohammed Idris, Minister of Information and National Orientation, says the Nigerian police force has carried out a large-scale redeployment of officers previously assigned VIP protection duties. According to the minister, the operatives have been sent to communities in Kwara, Plateau, Benue, Kogi, Nasarawa, Niger, and the Federal Capital Territory to carry out core community policing functions. He said the redeployment is part of intensified security measures under Operational Savannah Shield, aimed at protecting vulnerable communities in the North Central region following recent terrorist attacks, including one in Kwara that claimed about 75 lives. President Bola Tinubu had condemned the Kwara killings as beastly and heartless, while directing full state resources against perpetrators targeting civilians. Idris said enhanced deployment now include better intelligence, rapid response units, and increased visible policing around place of worship. The information minister said the president has reiterated that Nigeria's counter-terrorism operation remain fully Nigerian-led, while welcoming selective international cooperation on intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance from partners like the United States. Now, with heightened deployment now underway in at-risk communities, President Tinubu is demonstrating an unwavering. It ran off again. Did I? Maybe I killed it. Okay. With heightened deployment now underway in at-risk communities, President Tinubu is demonstrating an unwavering commitment to safeguarding Nigerian lives and upholding the fundamental right of all citizens to worship freely, he said. Enhanced security around places of worship, including increased visible presence around churches on Sundays, is being implemented in close coordination with the local community and faith leaders. Further strengthening the security architecture, the Nigerian police force has executed a large-scale redeployment of officers previously assigned to VIP escorts duties nationwide. Well, let's see how that helps curb these craziness. Let me put it that way. Well, yesterday we talked about El-Rufai saying that he knows that it's just a matter of time that they might try to apprehend him. But he has condemned illegal attempt to arrest him at Abuja airport. Now, Nasir El-Rufai, former governor of Kaduna, said has condemned what he described as an illegal attempt by security operatives to arrest him at Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, following his arrival from Cairo. El-Rufai made this known in a post on his verified X handle on Thursday, where he accused authorities of executive overreach and disregard for the rule of law. My lawyers have issued a statement that condemns the illegal attempt to arrest me today at Abuja Airport upon my arrival from Cairo. El-Rufai wrote, our country must outgrow executive overreach and deliberate disregard for the rule of law, he added. Recall that earlier security agents had moved to detain the former governor shortly after he landed in Abuja, according to a post by his media aide, Muyiwa Adekeye. The operatives approached El-Rufai at the airport and attempted to take him into custody without presenting a formal invitation or warrant. The aides alleged that El-Rufai declined to follow the agents without due process, insisting on a lawful invitation, after which the operatives allegedly seized his international passport from one of his aides before withdrawing. The statement reads, security agents today, that's Thursday, attempted to arrest Nasir Rufai as he arrived on a flight from Cairo. Malam El-Rufai declined to follow them without a formal invitation. Adekeye further alleged that the security personnel seized the former governor's passport during the encounter. They, however, snatched his passport from an aide, he added. As of the time of filing this report, no official statement had been issued by security agencies to clarify the circumstances surrounding the incident or to confirm whether El-Rufai is under any investigation. Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Okay. My daughter will say, okay. Oh. All right. So let's move on 17 minutes to the top of the hour. Starr Radio UK, the station, the morning show, the program. Ghana's gold output hits record 6 million ounces in 2025, the industry group has said. Now, Ghana produced a record 6 million ounces of gold in 2025, according to provisional data, with large-scale mines contributing 2.9 million ounces, unchanged from last year, an association of multinational and local mining companies told Reuters. However, the industry cautioned that next year's projected 6.5 million ounces output is at risk, citing concerns over Ghana's planned overhaul of mineral royalties, which could delay new projects and expansion that underpin the 2026 production. The Ghana Chamber of Mines CEO Kenneth Ashigbe said 2025 production exceeded its target, driven by artisanal and small-scale mining, which rose up to about 3.1 million ounces. Now, surging gold prices reforms drive output. So, I should say record high bullion helped divert more artisanal gold supply into former channels under recent reform, Ashigbe said on the sidelines of the African Mining Conference, mining in Durban. Okay, so it's a good one there. How has that impacted the lives of Ghanaians? You listening to me in Ghana, do you think because of that we can see some improvement somewhere, somewhere, somehow? Do you think so? But this is all coming away from Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let's move on to some other stories before we bring the program to a close. Now, vulnerability of people. When I talk about vulnerability, I talk about the issue of where individuals, because of desperate situation, are forced to take desperate measures, not being protected by the state or advisory bodies, and they find themselves in deep S. Now, from February 12 to 13, 2026, Ghanaian social media, particularly X, have been griped by one trending topic involving a man who claims to be a Russian and identify himself as Yetzelslav. The man is at the center of online criticism after video surfaced showing his encounter with several Ghanaian women. In the video circulating across social media platforms, he is often seen around Accra Mall, where he approaches shoppers, mostly women, strikes up conversation and records the interaction. According to the numerous posts shared videos, he allegedly persuades some of the women he meets to exchange phone numbers and in several instances have the women visit his apartment later. These moments from first contact to private settings are reportedly documented and turned into content for his audience. The alleged Russian creator runs active page on TikTok and YouTube where he posts summary style videos of these encounters. Social media users claim there are about 40 such videos involving Ghanaian women across these public platforms. Beyond the public posts, he is also set to operate a private subscription channel on Telegram. Access to this channel reportedly costs about 400 Russian rubles, roughly $5 per month. Subscribers are set to view extended video that is not allowed on YouTube, including recordings from inside his apartment and details of his outings with the women. Now, one particular video that has fueled the outrage shows a woman identified as Angela, whom he reportedly met at the mall. She is later seen at his residence wrapped in a large towel, a scene many online have described as concerning. The situation has garnered reactions with many questions, issues of privacy, consent, and the apparent monetization of these encounters. Several users have called on the Ghana Police Service to step in. Bro, Ghanaian women are very cheap. Ghana Police need to step in and deal with this Russian man immediately. One netizen wrote, the Russian guy knew it's not only Ghanaian women who he has done to many Russian women, South Africa, Americans, Nigerians, and so many others. So the guy is definitely up to something, another user indicated. Now, what are the police doing about this? What are they doing about this? Well, a word to a wise is always enough, because you don't know what others are doing behind the scenes. Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. The final story from here. The Foreign Affairs Minister Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa has revealed that Ghana's traditional fugu attire is set to gain wider recognition across the continent, with ECOWAS foreign ministers requesting the garment in their national colors. Speaking on the growing international demand for fugu, Ablakwa said, ECOWAS foreign ministers have also told me that the next ECOWAS meeting I should give them, they want them in their national colors, so that it is a special assignment they're giving me. So I am going to do fugu for all the African foreign ministers in their national colors, for all the foreign ministers, and then their presidents as well. Well, there is a silver lining in every dark cloud. Particularly the Zambians who go and criticize or describe the apparel, the fugu that the president was wearing as a blouse, and then ended up in the public domain where everybody is scrambling for some. But ladies and gentlemen, this will have to bring the program to a close. But you want to know more? Well, Starr Radio UK is bringing you the latest program, and that is the May Q Lounge with May Queen on Starr Radio UK, coming your way soon every Sunday from 7 p.m. It's a vibrant, welcoming platform for business, promotion, faith, music, creativity, well-being, and more. You want to know more? You got to stay tuned, because I'm going to bring you more and more from this platform. But on that note, let me say thank you very much for tuning in. It's been a pleasure coming your way. Until I see you all on Monday, I say have a lovely Valentine's Day and have a lovely weekend. Whatever you want to do, keep your eyes open though, so you don't find yourself in any debacle. Until then, stay blessed. Love you all, and bye-bye for now.
Body is your man. Bekutu, show them you got the cocoa set. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Harrison, aka Mr. Songs. This is the Kingmaker Baba for the girls. We're here. This is Starr Radio. Don't go nowhere. UK.
London, we they call them London for home. For here, we they call them London. And I sabi you know, just have fun and stay blessed.
Thanks for listening.